So let's talk about failing faster, because this is a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward to talk about failure and things that didn't work. And having the courage to take a step into a likely failure. This has come up for me a couple of times now. I went ahead and I'm like, you know what? I know how to do systems. I'm excited for this. Not many people are excited about systems. What they are excited about is about the results that come from systems, but systems themselves, most people are like, yeah, whatever. But my experience was that to run good systems really takes software. You can do it with Excel boards and Word documents and copy and pasting and all that sort of stuff. But really, to have systems run smoothly, you need software. I'd never done software before. I'm like, okay, great, let's go. And what I thought, you know what, I'm going to be really clever. I'm going to invest in great blueprints, because these tools are available for doing this. Figma. The tool is called Figma. Adobe has one as well. And I'm like, great, let's make some great blueprints. And I put, like $17,000 into blueprints. And then we started coding and I'm like $6,000 in and we've done like 3 pages. And I'm like, oh, hang on. This is suddenly turning into an $80,000 app. My budget was 25 and I'm like, oh, hang on. Maybe I've messed this up just a little bit. Perhaps should have spent a little less on blueprints, on the actual design. But you know what? I actually needed to do that. I needed to have that level of design, and the problem, that's how much software costs. So I quit. I failed. Didn't go anywhere. $17,000 into designs that went nowhere. And so I gave up for a while. And then I had a strange thing happen. In 1 week, I had 3 separate people tell me about this idea of no-code software. I'm like, what's no-code? I spoke to a buddy of mine in software. He's like, hey, Tom, you want to save $100,000? I'm like, yeah, for sure. He's like, check this stuff out. And I went into no-code. And I found that even with another $18,000, I think I spent on no-code, still didn't get there. I'm like, man, what is this? But I saw the potential in no-code, but my no-code was a failure. There was too many rules, too many idiosyncrasies of using no-code. Like, no-code is like the Wild West. We're like maybe 7 years in to no-code, which sounds like an incredibly long time, but really the number of people using it is relatively small. It's challenging. It's curious. It's like an enigma. It's a bit like, I suppose, like Bitcoin or Ethereum maybe 10 years ago. It's like, what's going on? And you may say, well, Tom, why would you even give that analogy? Look at where Bitcoin is. Look where Ethereum is. They went choo boom. But no code, I think, is different. And I'm happy that I failed, because my next attempt is exciting. My next attempt is, okay, what happened? Where did I end up? And I had to pay another $4,500 just to find out where the errors were. And they're like, here it is. This is what your last team didn't understand. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, you need to work at this database level, not where they were working. I'm like, okay, shit. Okay, great. This is exciting. This is exciting to actually have that. Let's turn the lights back on. Car turns off the lights in a bit. So 2 failures down. So here's the question. Where would I be if I didn't choose to fail? Where would I be? And you would say, well, Tom, you would have $39,500 in your pocket. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's true. But I also would still be exactly where I was back then. I wouldn't know about the ability to mess up with blueprints. I wouldn't potentially even know about no code. But now, for the grand price of $39,500, I have learnt very painful lessons about what not to do, but I am 2 failures closer to success. So perhaps you're on the edge, perhaps you're thinking about it, perhaps you're like, should I do something? And if it's a calculated risk, then you should go for it, even if it's a failure, because it takes you closer to success. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in today. Look forward to seeing you on another episode as we continue this journey into the power of systems, create results. I'll see you then.